Hello, everybody, and welcome to Uprising 144K. Guys, I have the most craziest testimonial for you guys today. But before I begin, I'm not giving you any medical advice, no medical claims. Everything today are just the opinions of the speaker and should not be construed as claims for or against any product or products. And again, no medical advice. So with that being said, guys, this is a picture of the actual person with this testimonial. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to read literally what was written. I believe it was actually by her daughter. She's the one who told her about the miraculous device from a company called holyhydrogen.com, and then the results were so unbelievable, like actual real results. Not a lot of things, a lot of people make claims and stuff like that here. I'm trying to cover up the name here. I want to make sure to keep everybody's quote unquote privacy here. But okay, let's just go ahead and read this testimonial. You guys can just hear what she wrote. She says, "Good evening, Greg. I'd like to introduce to you my amazing 93-year-old mother. This is a story with a happy ending, and I give you permission to share her testimony from faithfully drinking the holy hydrogen water for this past year. Prayerfully, it will help someone else in need." This is the beautiful part. This is why I love the company that made this hydrogen machine, because they did it for all the right reasons. It was never outsourced to China. They used all the highest grade of materials, even if it meant less profits for the company, because they just did it right. And I just love that. And of course, for those of you who don't know the story of the actual machine, the guy who created it literally did it thinking for his daughter in mind. He was actually trying to save her life. And he basically has, because she's already lived twice as long as she was supposed to and is still currently alive. So that's a miracle one too. Okay, with that being said, let's keep reading here. It says, "My mom has had a significant history of heart-related illnesses for quite some time. Her medical records go all the way back to 2005 with essential hypertension," is what she wrote. "But I know she was diagnosed also with high blood pressure long before that and was on high blood pressure medication for decades, guys. So that's a very long time. In September of 2012, she was diagnosed with atherosclerosis of aorta. Then in March of 2015, she had a stroke." I mean, these are a lot of issues, "which was pretty serious and could have left her with challenging symptoms." I'm sure you guys all know that can, having a stroke, a lot of problems. A lot of times, I literally just did another testimonial about this one, the lady who couldn't walk, talk, or dress herself. She actually tried a different hydrogen machine, and she wasn't getting results, and she got on the holy hydrogen one, and she is now walking, talking, and dressing herself. So that was a miracle one too, if you want to check out that video. It says, so back to reading, it says, "But she got to the hospital in time to administer a certain drug that saved her life." So that's positive. That's really great. "We also know God saved her, as her nurse in critical care unit said that she was a miracle. After she was released, she ended up having a small heart attack." Geez, so we're talking strokes, heart attacks, high blood pressure, and then apparently she has diabetes too, but we'll get to that. "And then she went back to the ICU. She was diagnosed with permanent atrial fibrillation and a history of myocardial infarction. In April of 2020, she was also diagnosed," geez guys, imagine all this stuff, "of coronary artery disease and acute on chronic diastolic heart failure." Then in February of 2024, she was diagnosed with congestive heart failure. Okay, so clearly a lot of issues. All right, let's keep reading. "So in March of 2024, I shared with my mom your miraculous testimony, Greg, of your heart improvement." So those of you who don't know, I had a heart condition. I was told I needed open heart surgery. I had actually tried many different types of hydrogen because I didn't know the difference. I didn't know that how you make it actually matters. Basically, my heart condition never went away, simply put. And then when I found the number one device in all of Japan, which is the one from that website called Holy Hydrogen, that's the one that really made my condition go away. So anyway, she must have heard that story. And then I'm going to continue to read here. It says, "I proposed to her that if she would drink the holy hydrogen water every day, it would keep her out of the hospital and prayerfully heal her heart." So obviously, anybody would think that that's a pretty bold thing to tell her. And the good news is we have science to support such things, in my opinion. But let's keep reading. "She has had quite a few hospital visits over the last 10 years, as you guys can imagine. She liked that idea, as she basically dislikes going to the hospital. It says, at this point, I committed to taking her the holy hydrogen water in the special bag, basically, of water every night. My mom just turned 92 on February 1st and received a beautiful gift. That gift was the results of an echocardiogram, which is the same type of testing that I had. I actually had more than that, but I did have an echocardiogram too to diagnose these issues. And she had just recently taken. The results were remarkable. She said, I have included a picture of the labs, which shows significant improvement in her heart and currently normal. So it's interesting. They say significant improvement, and that's great. But basically what they're saying is everything looks normal now. So I don't know what that tells you guys. Think about it. If you had something and now everything's normal, what happened? Because we're not allowed to say certain words, especially words that start with a C. I'm not even sure we can say the words that start with an H. But okay, let's see here. It says, currently normal in every aspect. Woohoo! We're all so happy and grateful for this miraculous turnaround. Heck, I would be too. I am for my results too. So this is great. Okay, keep on reading. It says, one more thing is that she was also diagnosed in 2016 with hyperlipidemia, which is high blood fats. That's another thing that I personally think is a big one. Most people don't talk about I won't get into it right now, but let's just say it's part of my protocols dealing with such things. Okay, then in 2023, she was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes and type 2 diabetes with hyperlipidemia. And so it says, as of recently, her lab test results in this area were perfectly normal. So again, everything seems to be disappearing. Wow, what a miracle. And it actually says, this is what she wrote, another praise to God and holy hydrogen water. See, that name is starting to, the holy hydrogen, it's almost like it is holy. Okay, I'm going to keep on reading here because that seems like a miracle. But remember, guys, I don't know if you've ever heard of a place called Lourdes, France, where they have the holy waters, and the Japanese discovered that water has molecular hydrogen in it, so maybe that's why. So anyway, moving on, going to keep reading here. It says, for the past few years, my mom, after my dad passed, moved into a retirement community where she's been running circles around everyone there and pretty much attends every activity that is available. Her mind appears to be very sharp, and we are so excited to keep her around for a while and healthy as she lives out her latter years. Once again, Greg, feel free to use this testimony to help others. See, this is the important part, guys, because just so you guys know, I was thinking about making a video about this. You guys comment below if you want me to. I'm like a whistleblower in the sense that I've gotten an inside scoop into a lot of companies like alternative health companies, naturopathic doctors, companies that sell different devices. When I say I got the inside scoop, I've learned a lot of the things that go on in the background, and they are being kept from the people because nobody talks about them. And I've obviously been offered a lot from a lot of different companies, which I always turn down. If you notice, most of these results that I've been able to get, both from my health and then these other people who are getting results, are literally without using almost any supplements. And you don't need that much equipment. I mean, I literally just have a carbon distiller from mypurewater.com and discount code uprising144K if you guys want that discount. And the holy hydrogen machine, I mean, it's not the most complicated thing in the world. But anyway, I'm going to keep reading here. So she wants to help others. I think that's a beautiful thing. Remember, guys, ancient scripture, love your neighbor as yourself. So I think it's good when we can truly help others. And then it says, and the last pictures I will attach now. So she attached some pictures. It says, God bless you for all that you do to help others also, and for inspiring us with your amazing testimony. God bless you and continue to walk out your destiny. Okay, I'm going to block this part out because it's going to show the name of, it shows the name of the doctor on the records, and I don't want to put that doctor's name out there because maybe they don't want it out there. So let's see what we can do to kind of quote unquote hide it there. All right, let's do this. Okay, so here's some of the little email that the doctor apparently wrote. Hello, Ms. Payne. Oh, that's her name. Oh, well, I don't think you don't know her full name, so that's fine. But basically, this doctor says, good news on your echocardiogram. Your heart function has improved significantly. Now think about that, because no offense to these doctors, but I don't think this had anything to do with them. What were they going to do? Most doctors, when it comes to heart stuff, they typically want to do surgery. And look at this. Can you imagine being able to have your heart all of a sudden, your issue disappear and without surgery? That's what happened with me. But anyway, and it says, and currently heart function is normal. Isn't that awesome, guys? I mean, it's like a miracle. I'm not kidding you. This is a true miracle in my opinion. And then they have some of the labs here, and it literally transthoracic echo, basically an echocardiogram. And then it says right here, left ventricle size is normal systolic function, blah, blah, blah. normal systolic function. This is, by the way, the left ventricle, the right ventricle. On and on it goes. Everything looks normal. I mean, guys, this is unbelievable. I mean, truly unbelievable. And you know what? Here, I have to cover this part up because it does have a name that I can't make disappear. But she also sent me another message right here where it says, by the way, Greg, I think I missed something in my mom's testimony as well. She said, I sent last night of her detailed test the last time she was in the hospital. This was back in October 2023. She said her cardiologist also had said that she was a very sick woman, and that she had also had what's called a torn heart valve, which was affecting her breathing. So think about that, guys, another heart issue. Now they show literally no problems, and they are simply assuming, think of this, guys, assuming the valve is completely healed, as it didn't even come up in the echocardiogram. Thank you and God bless. And sorry, guys, I had to block that because, again, it showed full names and emails, and I don't know how much they want their personal data out there, and I don't know how to edit that out. But this is her picture. And that's it, guys. I hope that you guys really found this testimonial helpful for you guys, actual people who, obviously, a lot of people write me, and I don't share all the testimonials, but I think I'm going to start trying to do that for you guys. Don't forget to support the channel, obviously, by giving the video a thumbs up and sharing, subscribing. This is the only way this is going to get out. As you guys have seen, my channel is obviously very small. I don't think enough people know about this. How many people do you know go to a hospital? Think about it. We know that heart disease is one of the leading causes of death. And look at this. Somebody who is in their 90s, magically their heart conditions went away. Me too. My heart conditions went away. Guys, this is, in my opinion, a technology that the world needs to know about. And clearly people don't. And obviously one of the things that I've learned too is that the reason a lot of companies don't want to talk about it is, one, I've learned through companies contacting me, you know, a lot of these companies out there, obviously their main agenda is to make money. But what I've learned, and again, comment below if you want me to do a more detailed video about this, I've learned about shortcuts, and I'm not naming companies, obviously, but how many companies take shortcuts in order to try to make bigger profits rather than making their product actually a good product. That's the whole reason that I chose the Holy Hydrogen machine, because it is a Japanese machine. It was #1 in Japan for a reason. They do have the best technology. And all the other hydrogen machines that I ever encountered and used, I mean, they're mostly all made in China. And sometimes they even try to hide that fact. And so it's really too bad, because I really wish that companies would care more about the actual results and people and making the best stuff. And it's not just about hydrogen. I've seen this all across the industry. And so I really hope that this begins to change, and we have to bring kind of attention to it, because if we don't bring attention to it, then nobody's really going to know. And again, comment below if you want me to make a more detailed video about that, because I got a lot of inside info, guys, kind of like inside baseball. I'm telling you, I've learned a lot from companies and owners of companies contacting me, and I end up finding out the truth. And that's why you notice that I don't promote a million different products. I don't do that. I know a lot of other people do. I don't. I only share that which I have used to help me obviously overcome my medical challenges. And obviously you see that working for a lot of the people out there in the world. So thanks again for everybody's support. Much love. Thanks for everything. And I'll see you guys next time on the next one.